Have you ever stopped to think about what really makes a woman fall in love? Spoiler alert, it's not your car, your bank account, or even your looks. What I'm going to reveal to you today is something that 99% of men simply don't do, and that's exactly why they fail to stand out. If you want to know how to create a connection that makes any woman think about you, stay with me, because the next tips could completely change the way you approach relationships. Now let me tell you something. Most men believe that winning a woman over is all about impressing her with external things, like a new car, designer clothes, or that "I'm the man" attitude. The truth is, those things might catch her attention for a moment, but they don't create a real connection. And you know what happens? These men end up being forgotten. The problem is that almost no one pays attention to what truly matters, the little details that make a woman feel special. Simple things, like remembering something she casually mentioned or noticing something unique about her, can have a huge impact. But 99% of men don't do this. They are so focused on the obvious that they ignore what truly matters. And this is where you have the chance to stand out. So, how can you change this and be different from the 99%? It's simple. It all starts with genuine attention. I'm going to show you 3 strategies that will transform the way women see you. First, learn to truly pay attention to what they say. Second, surprise them with small gestures that show you care. And third, build a deep emotional connection. I'll explain each of these with practical examples you can start using today. Pay close attention. Let's get straight to the point. Women appreciate when you really listen to what they say. But not just hearing for the sake of hearing while you're distracted with your phone or thinking about something else. It's about listening with intention. For example, if she mentions that she's eager to watch a certain movie or that she loves a particular type of coffee. Most men let this slip by, but you know what you should do? Remember it. Write it down on your phone if necessary. Because when you show that you remember these little things, you prove that you're truly paying attention. And that's rare these days. Want a practical example? Imagine that a few days later you say, "Hey, I watched that movie you mentioned, and it made me think of you." That's powerful. She'll realize that the conversation wasn't just casual for you, it was something special. Another thing, when she tells you about her plans or challenges she's facing, show interest. Ask about it later, something like, "Hey, how did that meeting go?" These gestures, no matter how simple they may seem, show that you genuinely care about what she feels and experiences. And this, my friend, is what sets you apart from the 99% and puts you in that 1% of men women adore. Now that you understand the importance of paying attention, let's move on to the next step, surprising her with small gestures. And when I say small, I mean it. It doesn't have to be anything grand or expensive, because what really matters here is the meaning, not the size of the gesture. For example, if she mentions that she loves a certain song or band, what can you do? Create a playlist with her favorite songs and send it with a simple message. "I thought of you when I heard these songs." Man, this will have a much bigger impact than buying a generic gift. Why? Because it's something unique that directly connects with what she loves. Another example, imagine she loves coffee and casually mentioned her favorite type. One day, without warning, you show up with that coffee. It could be at work, on a date, or even just sending a message saying, "I saw this coffee and thought of you." It's the kind of gesture no one expects, and that's exactly why it has such a positive effect. These little surprises show that you're paying attention and, more importantly, that you care. And it's not just about the gesture itself, it's about what it represents. She'll realize that you're thinking of her spontaneously, without ulterior motives, and that creates a huge emotional impact. Trust me, these actions are the difference between being remembered for a day or for a long time. Now we come to the most important step, building an emotional connection. This is the real secret to becoming unforgettable to a woman. While most men focus on impressing with material things or only complimenting physical appearance, the few who can create a deep emotional connection are the ones who truly leave a lasting mark on a woman's life. But how do you do this? The first step is to go beyond the surface. Sure, complimenting her looks can be nice, but what will really touch her heart is when you notice something unique about who she is. It could be the way she solves problems, the passion she shows when talking about something she loves, or even the sparkle in her eyes when telling a story. A compliment like, "I admire how you never give up, even when things get tough," has a much greater impact than "you're beautiful." Why? Because it shows that you see beyond the surface. Another essential point is truly listening. Don't interrupt, don't try to fix everything, and most importantly, don't minimize what she feels. Sometimes, she just wants to share what she's going through and feel understood. Ask questions that show genuine interest, such as, "How did that affect you?" or "What do you think could change in this situation?" This kind of conversation creates a safe space where she feels she can truly be herself with you. And there's more. Showing vulnerability also helps build that connection. This doesn't mean dumping all your problems, but sharing something about yourself that shows authenticity. It could be an experience that impacted you or something you're working to improve. When you open up, she feels closer and realizes you're not afraid to be real. Finally, remember that emotional connection doesn't happen overnight. It's built gradually, with attention, patience, and consistency. When she feels that you truly understand and value who she is, you won't just be an interesting guy, you'll be the one she can't forget. Now that you have these strategies in hand, it's time to reflect a little. Remember, creating a real connection with a woman isn't about being perfect, but about being authentic and genuine. Each of us has the ability to stand out in a unique way, and that's what women value the most. Everything you've learned here consists of simple yet powerful actions. It's not about impressing her, it's about making her feel seen, heard, and most importantly, loved for who she truly is. The more you invest in these small gestures, the stronger the bond between you will become. And when you start focusing on that, other things, like attraction and chemistry, will develop naturally without effort. So if you're ready to transform your relationships and go beyond the superficial, now is the time. Remember, 99% of men don't do this. But you can be different. You can be the one who truly makes a difference in her life. Now I want to know, are you ready to put all of this into practice? If so, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss more tips like these. Leave a comment sharing what you liked most about this video and if you've ever had any experience with these types of gestures. I love hearing your thoughts and how you're applying these tips in your daily life. And if you know someone who could also benefit from this information, share this video. Let's change the way men connect with women together. I hope this video made you reflect on how small actions can create big connections. Remember, it's not about trying to be someone you're not, but about being authentic and present. Every act of attention, every word of support, and every moment of vulnerability matters more than you think. Be the man who doesn't just impress, but truly connects. If you do this, women won't just notice you, they'll remember you. So the next time you're with someone you're interested in, remember to be present and show that you care about the little things. That, my friend, is what will make all the difference.